Well, hello. This is Ronda Del Boccio, the Crafty Blind Girl, and you know what? I'm making some holiday gifts, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride because I'm making homemade bath salts. Now, I learned a special recipe. Some people just use Epsom salts, and that's okay. There's nothing inherently bad or evil or wrong about that. But as I was thinking about it, I thought it would be good to add different elements that might help be softening to the skin. And so I want to show you the difference. You're going to have three things in the base. Epsom salts, and my bag tore, so it's in another bag. But I want to show you, when I come in real close, so you can see that's a pretty big grain of salt there in the Epsom. Okay, and then you're going to use some, I use fine salt. A little bit more in my hand so you can see better. Okay. Look, there's Epsom and there's fine. I wanted to show you that so you could kind of see the difference. Epsom salts are very wonderful. They're restorative and they're great. The fine salt is a finer texture. And the other thing that's in here is baking soda, which of course is a nice inexpensive element. And let me get my fingers in the box. And of course that has a powdered sugar-like consistency. It's basically like having powdered sugar on your fingers there for me. Okay, so, but I wanted to show you that so you could see how different they are in the consistency. And so it's nice when you add, hang on, sorry, crackle. When you add equal parts of each and then blend them together, you have a nice base. Okay, so there, I measured 2 of them. I'm just getting the Epsom in there. No, there's nothing for you to lick out, baby. You won't want this. Okay, so this is your base, and I just put it in a bowl that has enough room. This is kind of typically my bath salts bowl because it works really great to mix 3 cups of the stuff and still have room to mix without hurling too much of it on the table. And sometimes you get a little bit. Old family habit, I always, when I'm dealing with salt, always throw a little over my shoulder. That's just, I guess, old Italian folklore, but salt has been used for purification all over the world for basically the history of humanity. And so this is the base, and so what I will often do is I will just mix up a bunch of base. See, I always throw a little bit on the table because you just can't quite help it. But I always mix up some base, and then if I only want a certain amount to have a certain essential oil blend in it to give to somebody, I can just take out a portion of it. So I have 3 cups here, and they're all nicely mixed, and that's the base. Okay, so when you want to pick your aromatherapy essential oil blend, think about 15 drops per cup of salt. Now, if your intuition or your spirit guidance or whatever tells you that you need more or less, obviously, please go with that. You're given that guidance and that wisdom for a reason. Okay, but generally speaking, that's what you're going to do. So I tested this batch with the intention it's going to my dad, and the blend I'm using will be 48 to 50 drops. Now, it does not have to be, oh my gosh, what if I did 49 and I meant to do 48? Oh, no, it's not a big deal. So you'll just want to be close. Sometimes you will get, a drop more or less than you planned, but just to keep that in mind. And so then what you want to do is, first of all, if you have guidance and intuition, or you have teachings about what you need to do for whatever reason, you have spirit guidance or intuition, follow that. That is God's speaking to you. That is your divine guidance speaking to you, and you always want to do that. I like to use really high quality oils, and so what The brand that I use is doTERRA, and I have my link down below. And I will, I will send you right to a link for the Lavender Serenity bath salts that I'm putting together here. Okay, so I'm going to put the Serenity. Whenever I'm making something, it's a little weird to do this filming it, but when I make this, I get into a quiet state, and I say prayers and blessings over everything. And I hold the intention if I know the person that it's for in particular, which in this case it's my dad. If I don't know and I'm just making it to have, I just set it for the intention. So the intention for something like a Lavender Serenity is for calm. And since sometimes like in life there are stresses and things, Lavender Serenity is good. Serenity is one of our blends with doTERRA. And my inner knowing tells me I need 20 drops. I'm just going to count them out and I'll come back in a moment. I have that. I also added the lavender. I put 15 drops. And I'm putting 4 drops of Douglas fir. Douglas fir is one of those beautiful things for helping you have a nice big inhale. I have a bit of rosewood. This is not a doTERRA one, but I have the scent it's needed, so I'm putting it in. Putting it in anyway. And bergamot is really good for self-esteem and self-nurturing. And it is of the citrus family. Okay, so I have now my blends. I have my oil box here next to me. I have the oils and the blends here. And now as I'm stirring this, I'm setting the intention that these salts will help the person or people using them find balance, find tranquility, find a relief to stress as they're taking a bath and letting all the worries of the day slide away. And while I'm stirring this, I will mention that doTERRA everything is responsibly sourced, and every oil is gathered responsibly. It's gathered to where the people in the communities worldwide that are harvesting them, that they and their families are taken care of, and they have health care. So it's a really beautiful company from whom to buy oils. And the other thing I'll mention is that you can buy essential oils at your favorite big box stores, or at least they call them essential oils, but pure essential oil is harvested in a way that does not destroy the nature of the oil. What we call an oil isn't really an oil. But it's harvested responsibly, and it is of extremely high quality. So I had a friend come by, and she was thinking of buying frankincense from the big W box store. And I said, I have some at home. Let you smell that. And I let her smell that, and I gave her a little bit to take, and she was like, oh my gosh, that's such a difference. It's also a huge difference in price. But I will say there's a big difference between synthetic frankincense and natural frankincense. I'm sorry, I was just getting a hit over the head to put some frankincense in here. There we go. So it's one of the more dear, it's not the most expensive oil that I have, but it's definitely up there. Frankincense is wonderful things. Of course, it's noted in the Hebrew and Christian scriptures, and it's noted to be the king of oils. It does so much. It helps the skin and the nervous system and all kinds of good things. So here's this beautiful batch of bath salts. And then when you give it to your person, because I'm shipping this, and I know my dad has a containers. I gave him a nice one. Basically, I just put this in a Ziploc bag. But you'll want to, it's about a 1/4 cup measure is good for one bath. So make sure to give something that will measure about a 1/4 cup out of the salts when you give them to somebody. And I'm shipping this, so it's going to be not the pretty bottles and things I might do if it were staying here. But it doesn't matter what you put it in, really, just that it should be not plastic, because essential oils will eat through the plastic. Unless it's that special type of brown that is meant to be used with oils. But you can put it into a glass jar, like to recycle your glass jar from some jam or something of that nature. You can put it in that and keep it by your bath. So that's it. It's really just mixy, 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 and that's about it. I hope that this has been helpful, and it is a lovely holiday idea. I will tell you, much less expensive to make by yourself than it is to buy them made from the fancy foo-foo stores. My doTERRA link is down below, and if you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. All my contact information is there. Thank you for watching. I hope you will like the video, subscribe, and tap the bell so you get all my videos right when they come out. As always, cheers to your blissful life.